Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about a bunch of DC news. It's kind of like a roundup video. We're going to be breaking down a lot, so if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. Okay, so we got a lot of news to go over, so you guys are going to want to stick around for this video because there is a lot, some to do with Superman, some to do with other DCU projects, some to do with Warner Brothers, so it's going to be a jam-packed video. So first things first, let's have a little discussion about Superman, which is now the official title of the previously titled Superman Legacy, the film that James Gunn is directing. So this name change didn't come out of the blue, I feel like, just because I don't think Superman Legacy made much sense when you actually step back and actually thought about it. Because as far as what we've been told, this story is a Superman Year 2 story, so he's only been Superman for 2 years. He doesn't have much of a legacy yet, so that would be more for like an aging Superman, right? What is his legacy? And this Superman doesn't have much of a legacy yet, so it just makes sense. And what James Gunn said about when he was writing the screenplay, Superman Legacy made sense, but by the time he finished it, Superman just made sense. And I think it's bold and I think it's exciting that they're just calling the film Superman, because I think there's going to be no confusion about what this film is. It is a Superman film, it's going to start the DCU, and I feel like you have to go bold with something like this. So I'm happy with the name change. And what do I think about the logo reveal, about the suit reveal that is on the screen right here? Well, I think it is really good. So it's like a mix of inspirations in terms of like what this logo represents, in terms of like comic book Superman logos. And so obviously, first things first, Kingdom Come, that's the first one. Obviously it's not exactly the same as the Kingdom Come logo. You got the yellow around the outside, so it's a little bit separated, and so it's its own thing. I like the material, I like the texture, kind of has a Man of Steel texture, plus also kind of like Superman Lois's suit. And then the colors aren't very bright, but then again, this is just taken on like an iPhone. It's pretty clear to see, so that doesn't mean the colors are going to be exactly like this on the big screen, but I really like what I'm seeing and I'm a fan of it. But there was that leak the other day that we need to quickly discuss, because there was like a full suit leak, and straight away I was like, this is fake. Obviously this was before they revealed the logo, and the logo reveal from James Gunn and David Corenswet came right after. I don't know if it was in response to this, because I think the suit looks really bad. Yes, it looks comic book accurate in terms of the Kingdom Come suit, but the colors are too vibrant. I don't like the pants, I don't like the belt. It just doesn't look like a modern superhero suit. It looks like a suit that would have come out, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. Yes, it's very comic book accurate, but it just doesn't look real. And I think that is part of the reason why I was like, I don't think James Gunn is going to go for this, and this is pretty clearly fake. And we know that they're filming out in the snow right now, so this doesn't make sense at all. So yeah, this full body suit reveal is actually fake. It was doctored, and people released it with, you know, the assumption that people would believe it. But then obviously the real logo came out, and you can see on the fake one, it doesn't have the yellow around the edge. It's more of a classic Kingdom Come look. So I'm just happy this is not real, because I don't think this actually looks good at all. So I love the texture on the new costume that they've revealed for Superman, as it's now titled. But let's move on to talk about the next main topic. This is to do with Booster Gold, because according to Daniel RPK, one of my friends online, he's actually said, and he is pretty reputable when it comes to his sources, but again, you have to take it with a grain of salt, because this is a rumor, this is a scoop, and apparently Booster Gold has been cast. Now, where will Booster Gold show up? Well, there's a chance, I guess, he shows up in a project prior to his TV show, but there is a DCU TV show centered around Booster Gold that is in development. It is coming. We don't know when it's coming, if it's like one of the more important DCU projects that are going to come out first. I don't know if they've even got a screenplay in terms of the certain episodes that they have. Don't know even how many episodes it's going to be. Plus, we don't know who's running the show and everything like that. But if Booster Gold has been cast, that would suggest that the director or the showrunner has been employed. However, I don't know how true this is. Like, I just don't see it being like in the next year or so. It's probably going to be like at least 3 years minimum, like probably 4 to 5 actually is more of a realistic kind of outcome, because they're working on all these other DCU projects in the meantime, obviously like Superman, Batman the Brave and the Bold, Waller, Peacemaker, and you've got Supergirl Will Not Tomorrow as well, plus you've got the Lantern show, which is definitely getting along. So yeah, what do you guys think of this? Are you looking forward to Booster Gold? I'm definitely looking forward to the project, but that is the news right now. Let's move on to talk more Superman, because according to The Hollywood Reporter, Wendell Pierce from Suits, he plays Meghan Markle's dad in the show, and he's actually been cast as Perry White in James Gunn's Superman, kind of following on from what they did in Man of Steel by having Lawrence Fishburne. I think this is a great casting. I think Wendell is a great actor, and he's the perfect fit for Perry White, and I think a good fit for James Gunn's Superman, just based on the casting that they've done. He's more of like a stern figure if you've seen him in any projects, and that is the kind of figure that Perry White is as a boss at the Daily Planet. Also, this confirms we're going to be seeing the Daily Planet, and we're going to be in Metropolis a lot in this film, because he is in charge of the Daily Planet, and you're probably going to see Lois and Clark both working there during the film. So that is the news in regards to that casting. I don't think we're going to hear too many other castings, because we are in the midst of filming right now. They've been filming for like 3 or 4 days, so I'm pretty sure he is like one of the last big castings to actually be made and announced in the news. So let's move on to our final main topic. This is a big one. Now stick around for this, because Warner Brothers has revealed, or CNBC has revealed, Warner Brothers Discovery has halted merger talks with Paramount Global. Now, this is according to their sources. This isn't 100% confirmed, but according to CNBC, Warner Brothers Discovery is no longer pursuing a merger with Paramount Global, as its shares went down, and this comes after them talking quite a few times and them basically theorizing, okay, could this work? And this has been months of that happening, and so according to their sources, this is still not going to be a thing, kind of like we all expected. Like, I don't think Warner Brothers can afford to buy something like Paramount. Yes, they would acquire a lot and it would be really good for their portfolio, but as we've seen before with Disney and Fox, I don't think it works out always for the best, and it would definitely be questioned by the American government. And it doesn't help that Warner Brothers Discovery's shares fell over 10% on Friday after the company missed its targets for earnings and revenues, and its stock has fallen over 47% in the last year. So things business-wise, things stocks-wise for Warner Brothers, obviously this is more business-orientated, has not been going well, and just doing these big transactions makes no sense. Obviously it makes more sense if they sold their own company rather than buying or merging with anyone else and them acquiring other studios, because that just is going to cost a lot of money, and I don't think that's something that David Zaslav is going to be able to do. And that's because he is definitely gearing up for, I don't know, sometime soon, try and sell Warner Brothers Discovery to the highest bidder. And that has been said, it could happen sometime like beyond April. That's when they can actually start having conversations and start having serious business ideas in terms of selling the company, which it seems David Zaslav is ready to do. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know down in the comments below. I think it's just inevitable, and I think it's a shame, and I hope it doesn't affect DC Studios and what they're doing with Superman, what they're doing with the DCU, because they're obviously building something here. And as we've seen in the past with all the changes at Warner Brothers being owned by AT&T, now Discovery, it just hasn't worked out because there's been so many people in charge, and then all these projects kind of get mixed up in this, and you know, half of them are from an old regime, half are from the new one, and now we're just like trying to restart and kick everything off from this new angle with James Gunn and Peter Safran's universe. But for now, that is what we know. So this is not going to be happening, which I think is a good thing, but definitely Warner Brothers is going to be open to selling the company at some point in the near future. So that pretty much does it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video as a whole, please be sure to leave a like and a comment. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. And you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, but I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.